When a woman walks away, when she pulls back her energy and leaves you wondering if she will ever return, the first emotion that usually floods your chest is fear. Fear that it is truly over. Fear that you are no longer enough. Fear that you will never again feel the closeness you once shared. That fear quickly breeds desperation, and desperation drives most men into doing exactly the wrong things. They start calling, they start texting, they start pleading, they start posting things just to get her attention. They start moving from being the man she once respected to becoming the man she feels she must avoid. And yet, in the heart of every man who has ever loved, there is this burning hope that she will come back. The question is not whether she can, but what you can do to make her want to. The truth is, women do come back more often than you think, but not because you chase them, not because you begged them, not because you forced them to see your worth. They come back when they feel something shift inside of them. They return when they realize the man they left behind is no longer the man who stands before them. They come back when the absence of your presence feels heavier than the comfort of your silence. And that happens only when you do one thing, when you stop chasing her and start reclaiming yourself. You see, love does not die easily. Feelings do not evaporate overnight, but attraction, respect, admiration, those can crumble when a man loses himself in pursuit of a woman who is pulling away. No woman is drawn to the energy of desperation. No woman falls in love again with a man who puts her on a pedestal while abandoning his own power. If you want her to come back, you must stop doing the things that push her further away and start doing the things that reawaken the attraction she once felt. That means no begging, no drama, no endless explanations. That means no constant texts asking why she left or when she will return. Instead, you must do the exact opposite of what your panic tells you. You must give her space, let her feel the silence, let her see the absence of your energy. Only then can she begin to feel the weight of what she lost. A woman will always question her decision to leave when she sees that your world does not collapse without her. When she notices that you are not chasing, not begging, not proving, but instead thriving, smiling, building, and living. When she sees that your focus is no longer on her, but on your growth, your goals, your life. This is the magnetic energy that makes her heart whisper, "Did I make a mistake?" And once that question enters her mind, she cannot ignore it. Think about it. Why do people often regret the things they walk away from? Because in absence, they expect to see weakness. They expect to see despair. They expect to see a man who cannot stand without them. But when they are met with the opposite, when they are met with strength, with progress, with calm, they are forced to reevaluate. A woman will not come back because you told her to. She will come back because she feels drawn again to the man who knows his worth, the man she first fell for, the man who does not crumble in her absence. So what do? You redirect all the energy you once poured into her into yourself. You hit the gym not just for the body, but for the discipline and confidence it builds. You dive into your passions and projects not to distract yourself, but to remind yourself that your life is bigger than one relationship. You expand your social circle. You enjoy the company of friends. You surround yourself with energy that uplifts you. You smile again, not for her, but because you choose life over misery. And slowly, without forcing it, without trying to prove it, she will see the transformation. She will notice that the man who once clung to her has become the man who stands on his own. That contrast is irresistible. Understand this clearly. Women are drawn to strength, not just physical strength, but emotional and mental strength. A woman wants to feel that she is choosing a man who can lead himself, who can hold himself together, who can stand tall no matter what life throws at him. When you crumble at her absence, you tell her that she is your entire foundation. But when you thrive without her, you remind her that you are the foundation she once wanted to be part of. That reminder is powerful. That reminder works every single time. This is why silence and distance are not your enemies, they are your allies. Let her feel what it's like not to have you around. Let her sit in the space where your presence once was. Do not try to fill it with messages or desperate attempts. The silence will speak for you. The absence will echo louder than words, and in that echo, she will remember the man you are. She will feel the contrast between a man who begged and a man who now shines. But let me tell you something important. This only works if your transformation is real, if you pretend to move on but still obsess over her in secret, She will sense it. If you fake confidence but deep down remain broken, it will show. The shift has to be genuine. You have to decide that no matter what happens, you will rise, you will rebuild, you will focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Not to lure her back, but because you deserve it. When you do this with authenticity, when your energy changes from within, women feel it. They cannot ignore it, and often that is when she comes back. She might text you out of nowhere asking how you've been. She might call you late at night, curious about what you're doing. She might even show up in person, masking her curiosity with casual words, but deep down wanting to know if she still has a place in your life. When this happens, do not rush. Do not jump at the chance as if you've been waiting all along. Remain calm, composed, grounded. Show her that you are happy to hear from her, but not desperate to have her. That balance is what reignites attraction. That balance is what convinces her that the man she left is not the man she is facing now. And yes, she will come back, not always because she planned to, not always because she wanted to. Sometimes she comes back simply because your energy has shifted so much that she cannot ignore it. She cannot resist the pull of the man who has grown stronger in her absence. And whether or not you decide to take her back is your choice. But the fact remains, this works. It has worked for countless men throughout history, and it will work for you if you commit to it. Remember this, love is not sustained by chasing. Respect is not built by begging. Desire is not sparked by desperation. Love, respect, and desire are sustained when a man knows who he is, stands in his value, and refuses to collapse when someone walks away. If you do this, if you stand tall, if you focus on your life, if you let her absence be the soil in which you plant your own growth, she will come back. She will remember, she will regret, and she will see you with new eyes. So, will she come back? Yes, if you do this. If you stop chasing, stop begging, stop proving, and instead rise into your strength, she will feel it. She will notice it. She will be drawn back by the very energy she first fell for. This really works, but only if you work on yourself, not for her, but for you. Because at the end of the day, the greatest victory is not just winning her back. It is becoming the man who no longer fears losing her. The echo of memories is something that lives within all of us, an invisible yet undeniable presence that never truly fades. Memories are not simply pictures in our minds. They are entire worlds that we once walked through, experiences that carved their place into the deepest parts of who we are. They echo because they do not just remain in the past. They resonate in the present, bouncing back into our consciousness when we least expect them. It is fascinating how the human mind works, how one smell, one sound, or even a fleeting glance at a stranger can bring an entire moment rushing back with such intensity that it feels like time has folded in on itself. The echo is powerful because it reminds us that the past is never truly gone. It lives within us, shaping every thought, every choice, every emotion that we carry into today. There is an emotional depth in this echo that words often fail to capture. Think about the way an old song can suddenly take you back to your teenage years, bringing with it the very heartbeat you carried back then. For a few minutes, you are no longer who you are today. You are that person again, sitting in your room, dreaming about the future, wondering who you would become. That is the echo of memories at work. Or consider the way a certain scent, perhaps fresh rain on dry soil, reminds you of a childhood moment when you ran through the fields, carefree and alive. You may not have thought about that day for years, but suddenly it returns, vivid and almost tangible. Memories never die. They sleep, and when they awaken, they arrive as echoes, vibrating through your present moment with a force you cannot ignore. But not all echoes come with warmth. Some arrive with a heaviness that bends your chest. A memory of loss, a moment of regret, a mistake that still haunts you. They echo with pain as real as the day it was born. Sometimes these echoes come in the silence of the night, when everything is still and you are left alone with your thoughts. They whisper questions you cannot answer. They bring back faces you no longer see, and they remind you of choices you can never undo. This is the duality of memory. It gives us comfort, but also grief. It makes us smile, but also ache. Yet even in this pain, there is value, because these echoes shape the way we see the world. They teach us lessons that remain etched into our being, reminding us of our humanity. What is truly fascinating about the echo of memories is that they do not play back like a recording. They are not exact replicas of the past. Instead, they are filtered through the lens of who we are today. A memory of childhood hardship may once have felt unbearable, but revisiting it now, you might see the strength it gave you. A memory of heartbreak might sting, but with time, it may carry a lesson about love, resilience, and self-worth. Memories evolve as we evolve. They are not frozen in time, they grow with us, transforming from raw experiences into guiding wisdom. That is why sometimes the echo of a memory that once made you cry now makes you smile, because you have changed in how you hold it. The echo of memories also has this strange ability to remind us of the fragility of time. A moment that once felt so ordinary can, years later, return as something extraordinary. You may recall a family dinner where nothing special happened, just laughter, food, and conversation. But when the people at that table are no longer with you, that memory echoes with a richness and a weight that words cannot describe. The ordinary moments are often the ones that come back the loudest. They remind us that what we often overlook today may be the very thing we ache for tomorrow. That is why the echo of memories is not just about the past. It is a call to live more fully in the present, to cherish the now before it becomes another echo we long to revisit. And yet there is danger in living too much in these echoes. It is easy to become trapped in the past, replaying what once was, wishing we could step back into those moments or change them somehow. But life moves forward, not backward. The echo should guide us, not imprison us. When memories surface, they are not asking us to dwell in them. They are asking us to learn from them, to carry their lessons into our lives today. If you stay stuck in the echoes, you risk losing the beauty of the present. And the present itself